A fun vacation in Shreveport, Louisiana turns into an absolute nightmare.
I'm calling for shots fired.
The place looked like a war zone.
There's been a shooting.
A young detective with a relentless drive.
Never give up. I'm gonna keep going until I get some kind of answers.
Must piece together.
There are two different guns.
One of the most challenging cases he's ever worked.
Unbelievable.
This was a tough one. There was nothing connecting the victim to the shooter.
Nothing is making sense.
That's him. That's the guy right here.
A case that appears to be open and shut.
So you don't know anything about a shooting that occurred on that day? No, sir.
But it's completely upside down.
I've recovered a firearm.
It's not until a fateful twist
Oh my God.
that the true killer is revealed.
I'm working a homicide here.
You can't make this stuff up. It was that unbelievable.
We're in Shreveport, Louisiana, and as it's known in the hip-hop world, Ratchet City.
Being here in Shreveport takes me back to my very first homicide. My first victim was shot in Atlanta, tried to make it back home to Texas, and died on a Trailways bus in Shreveport, Louisiana. We're driving through the west side of the city, a section known as Monkhouse. The police are called out here on the regular due to the high crime rate.
And on one hot, sticky night in the summer of 2020, that hotel right over there turned a family's vacation into a total nightmare.
Shreveport Police, what's your emergency?
I'm calling from the front desk at Country Inn and Suites, and I'm calling for shots fired.
Police race to the scene, and they've got multiple people shot. Cops scour the area, but there's no suspect to be found.
Shreveport Dispatch then calls Detective Kenny Thompson and assigns him to this case.
I'm in like a deep sleep, but I have a very loud, annoying cell phone that's specifically a work phone, so the only time that phone rings is for something very serious, something important.
Hello?
There's been a shooting.
Where?
A hotel over in Monkhouse.
They gave me a brief synopsis of what was going on, and I have 3 black males that's been shot, 2 life-threatening, and 1 that was serious injury.
Be there soon.
So normally what helps me wake up, my rap music, I'll turn it up extra loud, and that gets me going.
Let's go.
I was born and raised in Shreveport. Growing up, I witnessed a lot of violent crimes, but I always wanted to pretty much be a part of the solution. I began my law enforcement career in 2013 with the Shreveport Police Department. And when I was 25 years old, in 2017, I got selected to transfer to the Homicide Division. When I caught this case, I had been assigned to the Homicide Unit for roughly 3.5 years. I had a 100% clearance rate in homicide.
100% solve rate is incredible. That's a testimony to who Kenny Thompson is. He was a detective before he ever put a badge on.
There's always some luck involved in homicide investigation, but you gotta put yourself in the right position to receive that luck. Kenny Thompson was on all the right intersections, all the street corners, making that luck land right in his lap. That's hard to pull off in this business.
After 2 in the morning, Detective Thompson arrives at the crime scene.
I like challenges. The deceased victims, they don't have a voice anymore, so basically you're that voice and you have to figure out what happened to them.
Fill me in.
Sir, we have 3 black male victims. They were taken to the hospital with multiple gunshot wounds.
One of the gunshot victims had passed away.
Detective Kenny Thompson learns that the victim is 22-year-old Hayshawn Collins.
Hayshawn had been shot multiple times in the chest area.
One of the other victims, he was shot several times in the chest area as well. His status was considered life-threatening at that time. And the third victim was considered a serious injury, but not life-threatening.
All crime scenes are telling a story. They have a first chapter and they have an ending. But the most important part is going to be the body of that story.
It kind of looked like a war zone. I saw multiple 9mm shell casings grouped pretty tight together. I could tell from the placement of the shell casings that my shooter was standing in the doorway of the hotel. I could tell my victims were actually running away because of the blood trail.
Make sure we enter those shell cases into Nibbins.
Yes, sir.
That stands for National Integrated Ballistic Information Network. It's a program that can analyze shell casings and cases against other known weapons to see if there's a match.
Maybe I'll get a hit for another crime.
If we recover a weapon, we could compare it to that, and we're able to see if that was actually fired from that weapon. I was like, this case is probably going to take some time to get solved because I really don't have anything right now at this moment.
So my only witnesses are at the hospital?
No, we have one.
Detective Kenny Thompson just got a gift that fell out the sky.
She's over here.
He's got a heartbeat, a living and breathing witness that saw everything.
I'm Detective Thompson.
Shauna,
Her boyfriend was the victim with the non-life-threatening injuries.
my boyfriend Jason, his brother is Hayshawn. We were in a big group.
This witness, Shauna, says that she arrived in Shreveport on vacation with 8 other adult couples and a bunch of children.
And what did you all do when you got here?
We checked in. We went and grabbed something to eat.
She says there's a party going on the 3rd floor of this hotel, and from that party, there's a litany of people crawling all around the property.
We were headed out when things popped off.
They were leaving the hotel when a female stopped Hayshawn's and Jason's cousin Darnell. She was complimenting his tattoos.
He basically told her, you know, he's a tattoo artist, and they had a conversation with her.
There was a guy. He got pissed. It was his girlfriend. I don't know.
This guy, he wasn't happy about it, and he wanted Darnell to know, I ain't good with you talking to my lady.
And they can tell it was tension, so one of the victims' group members pretty much told him, hey, let's go.
This family group aren't looking for trouble. They're there to have a good, peaceful vacation.
We tried to leave, but this guy just wouldn't let it go.
He's following them through the lobby. He's posturing, mean-mugging them.
Shauna's boyfriend and his cousin pretty much told the guys, hey, we're not here for that, but if you want to fight, we can fight.
Hayshawn tried to break it up.
Hayshawn was actually the peacemaker. He actually goes up and is the bigger man. He tries to defuse the situation, and it seems like it's done.
They all agreed to dap each other up and call it a truce and pretty much walk away after that.
We thought it was over, but it wasn't.
As they're walking away, the suspect said that he was disrespected. Sometimes people feel like they're disrespected if you look at them the wrong way or if you stare at them too long. You know, it's just nonsense.
This punk, this coward decided that he was going to exact revenge the only way he knew how, being ignorant with his finger.
And then that's when the shots were fired from there.
When all the dust settled, Hayshawn was dead. His brother Jason was shot in the arm and in the leg, and their cousin Darnell, he was also in real bad shape.
I just ducked and ran for cover.
Now, was there one shooter?
One, but there was definitely a guy with him.
What did the shooter look like?
He was black. He definitely had dreads.
The description she gave, it was very vague. A black male with dreads, it's like 90% of Shreveport, so you don't really have much to go off of.
Is there anything else you can think of?
I don't know anything else.
Detective Thompson has an eyewitness and a description of a guy in some shell casings. It's not much to start with.
Right now, this case is looking like Mission Impossible.
We have 3 black male victims.
Homicide Detective Kenny Thompson investigates the shooting death of victim Hayshawn Collins outside of a hotel in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Make sure we enter those shell cases in Snibbins.
Physical evidence on scene was spent shell casings.
We were heading out when things popped off.
A witness comes forward who actually saw the shooting.
We tried to leave, but this guy just wouldn't let it go.
The motive seems to be some type of minor beef. I mean, this murder is completely senseless.
What did the shooter look like?
He definitely had dreads.
There's not a whole lot to work with to identify the killer.
I don't know anything else.
Detective Thompson's in a tough spot here. But this brother's undefeated in solving murders, so he ain't giving up.
If you see anything, give me a call, okay?
Had to put in whatever I had to do to get this solved.
Thank you.
They were truly innocent victims. The female from the victim, Hayshawn's group, told me that this party was going on the 3rd floor. So I went to management and asked her if they had some kind of login sheets.
I need a list of all your hotel guests.
The hotel let me know that everybody that checked in didn't show IDs.
This is the list.
The bad thing about that, not checking the IDs, anybody could just pretty much walk in and give a fake name, and then we have no record of who was actually there because the cameras wasn't working.
Even with the search of the guest log, Kenny's rolling the dice. He doesn't know what's going to happen, but he's shooting for it.
I got that entire log sheet for the hotel. I specifically pulled everybody because we didn't know exactly what room the party was in, but we know it was on the 3rd floor.
Thanks.
He's got to sit down and go name for name, and that's a lot of work to do. Kenny has his work cut out.
A picture of the suspect, he'd be able to identify him.
Detective Thompson then headed back to the office to begin the not-so-glamorous part of being a homicide detective.
That's when you gotta roll up your sleeves and get elbow deep in paperwork. Over the next couple of days, Kenny Thompson digs through all 100 names listed on the guest log.
I'm just checking any and all police database, the DMV, just seeing if I can pull up pictures and pretty much see if anybody matches the descriptions.
Where are my dreads?
Kenny Thompson is looking for a black male with dreads, but there's a ton of black males in Shreveport with dreads, so he's got a lot of work to do.
Here we go.
The only thing I can do at this point is pick out people from those pictures and possibly put them in lineups and show them to the witnesses.
Right now, Kenny needs to sit down with the witness, Shauna, put these lineups in front of her and see if she can pick out a shooter.
This is Detective Jones.
I get a detective that's not familiar with the case at all to show these lineups.
I need you to take a look at these and tell me if anyone looks familiar.
And it was brilliant for Kenny to do that because this detective knows nothing. It's a blind lineup. No defense attorney can now challenge the fact that it was coerced or you guided the witness in picking the suspect.
Nobody here.
All right. Got another one. Take your time.
I was watching her as she was looking through the lineup. She's kind of scanning it, and it's like a tense moment. Sometimes people don't pick people out of lineups.
No.
She just didn't recall anybody that looked familiar.
Last one.
Detective Kenny Thompson, he's taking a shot in the dark. He's only going by people that checked in at a hotel that week. This is a form of due diligence.
That's him. That's the guy right here.
You sure?
Yes.
Shauna, she picks out Aaron Mayweather, which is one of the guys that rented a room on the 3rd floor.
Kenny Thompson is absolutely excited. This is the moment he's waiting for.
He was there, but he wasn't the guy I saw shooting. He was the guy standing next to the guy firing the gun.
Even though Shauna hasn't identified the shooter, he's getting one step closer to closure.
So they both got dreads.
And I'm like, we finally got something. You know, we got something to work with.
Thank you for your time, Miss Shauna.
Although she's not saying this guy's a shooter, but he was with the shooter. He left with the shooter. That's big for me.
Think it's time for a warrant?
Not yet.
Kenny has enough probable cause to get a murder warrant for this person, but he doesn't. He does his due diligence, and he is patient because he knows he's got a lot more work to do.
This Detective Thompson.
It was very easy to track him down. He was cooperative and willing to come in and speak with me.
So later that day, Aaron Mayweather shows up at the police department for an interview.
This is during the height of COVID. Everyone's wearing masks. The witness and Detective Thompson.
Do you wish to make a statement and talk about this shooting that I'm investigating?
The goal of getting a suspect in for the initial interview is to lock them into their truth, whatever they want to say, even the lies. Because later on, when you start to prove those lies wrong, they can't deny they said what they said. It's on video, it's on audio.
I gotta ask you straight out, this for the record. So you don't know anything about a shooting that occurred on that date? No, sir. I asked him where he was during the shooting. He told me he was at work, but what was really weird about that, I never gave him a time of the shooting, so I'm thinking like, you know, how do you know you were at work?
Detective Thompson actually confronts Mr. Mayweather, and he just blurts out, "I'm always at work." That's a bit suspect. Detective Thompson kind of just rolls with it, and he gives Mr. Mayweather the exact date and time.
You just told me you wasn't there, so do you remember what you was doing Sunday morning at 1 in the morning?
Work, at work.
Mayweather sticks to his story. And in any good interview, if a suspect just continues to stick to their story and you have hard evidence, you got to show it to him.
I said, well, you're telling me you're at work, but I have someone that pointed you out of a photographic lineup that says you were there at the shooting.
That's the guy right here.
And his reply to that was, I get that a lot. He said, they say it's a guy that looks like me around the city. I must have a twin. I've heard that several times, you know, when I bring suspects in. So I'm thinking like, okay, this is BS.
Detective Thompson's not believing him one bit.
You are hereby under, as you can see, underlined investigation.
Detective Kenny Thompson is interviewing Aaron Mayweather. He's a potential suspect in the murder of Hayshawn Collins.
At 1 a.m. he was at work. Yes, sir.
He denies any involvement and claims he was at work when the shooting happened.
My shift starts at 11 p.m.
Okay.
Ends at 7 a.m.
Detective Thompson thinks he's lying. And that's because he was listed on the hotel's guest registry.
That's him. That's the guy right here.
And a witness picked him out of the lineup as being with the shooter.
So you don't know anything about a shooting that occurred on that date?
No, sir.
Felt like he was hiding something.
It's time for Detective Thompson to dig in and get the truth.
When was the last time you actually been to a hotel and got a room in your name?
Hell, I can't remember. That's something I don't do.
Okay.
That's why I'm kind of so confused about it all. They got my name in a room?
Yeah, that name was on the room number, yeah. So, yes.
That's crazy.
I'm like, holy crap, here we go again.
Detective Thompson then steers the conversation back to Mayweather's work, which he says is at a gas station.
What do you do?
Like, clean up or take out the trash, bathroom.
I got you. How do you clock in? Like, what's the form of clocking in? He said that you can clock in and out on your phone from anywhere. So at that point, you know, it's like red flag for me.
This brother's saying he's got an actual app on his phone where he can just click in. That's awfully convenient.
That doesn't alibi him out.
Well, I'm gonna show you my time thing. Okay. I'll clock in at 10:57.
I was thinking like, okay, maybe he clocked in at the hotel and was enjoying the party when he was supposed to be at work. But maybe he is showing at work on the clock. I asked him, is there anybody that can verify that he was at work? He said we would have to go there and, you know, look at the cameras.
At this point, Detective Thompson feels like he's got enough, so he ends the interview.
If you was at work, man, they vouch for you, have nothing to worry about. So I'm not gonna hold you here. I'm gonna let you go ahead and go back to work, man. I didn't have enough to hold him to arrest him, so I just got a statement from him. I had to let him go that day, and I continued my investigation to verify the things that he said.
Yo, Kenny, what's up?
What's up, my guy?
We met with Detective Thompson to see how he was going to tag this guy either in or out of his investigation. How confident are you that Aaron Mayweather is your suspect?
Super confident that he's the suspect. He told me he works at a gas station, which is about maybe 20 minutes from where the homicide occurred. Once I let him go, as he's leaving, I'm leaving. I'm going straight to his job.
Not hesitating.
That's it.
Going straight over there to verify what he's saying.
That's it. Once I get to his job, I see cameras out there, so jumping up and down again. I'm like, okay, we got some cameras this time, so speak with management. But the manager's just like really rude and standoffish with me and told me, he just didn't know if they work. He don't know how to work and pretty much kick rocks.
20 minutes have transpired when you left Aaron Mayweather till you arrive at his job. There's plenty of time for this manager to get the call from Aaron saying, hey man, the cops are coming, cover for me. Isn't that what you were thinking?
Most definitely.
So the manager's playing backup for his running back.
Most definitely.
He's definitely blocking back.
That's exactly.
Nothing. He's not trying to let you cross the line.
That's exactly my mind frame at the time.
What are you thinking at this point? What are you going to do with this?
So at this point, I made my mind up that he's not going to help me, so I'm going to have to go do other things, which I actually obtained a search warrant to go in there and shut down and pull the whole video system.
That's what's
up. And I actually called management and, told them what I was about to do. And at that point, the management told me they could get the video for me from a remote location.
Oh, wow.
Imagine that. All that smoke screen they're putting up, and all of a sudden, from a remote location, they could pull the video when you start threatening to take their system out.
Great.
Definitely.
Clever move. Clever move.
I like that. A few days later, Detective Thompson receives the video.
They provided me with the time frames that I was looking for as far as for his job, and I was able to review that footage.
Here we go.
Right now, this is it. The moment of truth for Detective Thompson.
His whole investigation hinges on this footage.
If the footage doesn't show Aaron Mayweather at work, then bam, this brother's caught in a lie. There's no more alibi.
But if this guy was really at work like he said he was, Kenny's back to square one with 0 suspects and 0 leads.
I'll be damned.
If he was at work, man, they thought you had nothing to worry about.
The number 1 suspect in the murder of Hayshawn Collins is using his job as an alibi.
Here we go.
Detective Thompson's about to find out for sure whether or not his suspect is lying.
I'll be damned.
Detective Kenny Thompson finally gets this video. And it turns out this brother Mayweather is actually sitting at work.
Unbelievable.
He was at work during that whole time. Like, I watched from every angle. I watched the parking lot. He never left.
You alright?
Suspect's in the clear.
He can't be at 2 places at one time. And the place where he worked from the crime scene was well over 20 minutes to get there. There was no way that, he could even just slip away.
But the witness picked him out.
Yeah, but you know how that goes.
When you're showing lineups of witnesses, it's a toss-up. Sometimes they make mistakes.
I mean, but his name was on the room, too.
I know the odds are crazy.
And what that means is that this room was rented by a different Aaron Mayweather.
I'm back to square one.
What's the coincidence? Somebody picked him out of a lineup. His name's on the hotel receipt. This guy comes in and tells me he must have a twin. I was totally shocked.
You know what that means? My girl Shauna's done.
Right now, Shauna can't be used for arrest purposes. She can be used later for court just as a fact witness on which she observed the time it happened.
At least you still have your other 2 Vics.
Yeah.
If Kenny identifies another suspect, he's got surviving victims that actually saw what happened.
At this point, I have a 100% solve rate, and I'm thinking if I had one that probably wasn't going to get solved, I was thinking at that moment it might be this one.
After striking out on Aaron Mayweather, that's when the case went ice cold.
Detective Thompson contacted Crime Stoppers for some help. They issued a press release on the case.
And our boy Kenny prayed someone would call and give him a lead to chase.
The outreach paid off. An anonymous tipster reached out.
And it stated that a guy named Peanut was involved in the murder.
When we worked cases in Atlanta, Peanut was a very popular street name.
And it was the exact same thing in Shreveport.
In fact, when he ran the name through the database, he ended up getting about 100 guys named Peanut. That's part of the job.
It's not sexy, but Detective Thompson started doing background on all the individuals.
And he was getting nowhere fast.
A few days later, another tip comes in.
Got a hot one for you. Peanut's got a real name.
Their tip said that Dontrell Jameson was the suspect.
That's a jumping off spot.
I looked up a Dontrell Jameson. He was a real person, but he didn't have any ties to the name Peanut. So I started searching family members, family history. They had someone connected with that same last name Jameson, which was a Darion Jameson that goes by Peanut.
Darion goes by Peanut? He's 17?
What's he look like?
Yeah, I'll check.
First, I saw his picture in our database, and he didn't have any dreads or anything like the people said, but, you know, appearances changed.
All right, hang on.
I started looking on, like, social media sites and stuff, and there was a Facebook page for him where he actually had dreads.
Let's go talk to this guy.
All right, I'm getting his info now.
I looked up Darion Jamerson. I could see criminal history.
He's in the win.
Darion is already on the run because he's an escapee from the juvenile detention center.
I'm not gonna sit on my hands. Come on, man.
Detective Thompson has no idea if this lead is legit, but he gets out of the office to hit the streets to see if he can make something out of it.
Have a look.
I feel pretty confident enough to go ahead and put Darion Jamerson, aka Peanut, into a lineup and go ahead and show those lineups to the victims that were out there that night.
Kenny does the same thing he did with witness Shauna and has a different detective show the new lineup to Darnell.
In the back of my mind, I was thinking, you know, hey, this may be a good tip.
This is such a nerve-wracking moment for any detective.
If he picks the wrong guy, he'll have no witnesses.
Yeah. Which one?
And the case will be dead in the water.
Got a hot one for you.
Shreveport detective Kenny Thompson is working a new lead in the Hayshawn Collins murder investigation.
Peanut's got a real name.
The shooter may be a 17-year-old guy named Darion Jameson. He goes by the nickname Peanut.
Have a look.
Detective Thompson puts his photo in a lineup and has it shown to one of the surviving victims.
Anybody look familiar?
It feels like a make or break moment in this case.
Detective Thompson's on pins and needles right now.
Yeah,
Which one?
that's him.
He selected image number 2, which was Darion Jamerson. He indicated that that's the person that shot him and the other victims at the scene. When he says that, I'm just, you know, like jumping for joy in my mind. I'm like, you know, this is a hit. This has to be it.
Detective Kenny Thompson also meets with Hayshawn's brother, the other victim.
He was able to select Darion Jamerson out of the lineup as the person that shot him as well. It's like everything's starting to come together now, so I'm feeling really good about this case.
Detective Thompson was more positive than ever that Darion Jameson was his guy. He just had to track his brother down.
He was also working on finding addresses for Darion and his known associates. He was trying to find out as much as he could about him and who he hangs out with.
Sometime as a homicide detective, when you're searching hard for a suspect and you catch a lucky break and the guy falls right in your lap. That happened with Detective Thompson in this case. It happened in one of the most crazy and random ways.
N27 is in pursuit, I-10 towards Louisville.
We had an active police chase, and I remember listening to it over the radio. He described this vehicle as a white Nissan Altima.
One black male suspect. He's on Route 40.
It sounds like something out of an action movie.
Normally when somebody's running like that, you know, especially in broad daylight, it's probably something serious.
Heading into a neighborhood. I'm backing off.
He decided to call the police chase off for safety reasons because the vehicle was traveling at a very high rate of speed and the time of day in the area that it was in, and children possibly getting out of school around that time. Moments later, there was a call coming in on 911.
There's been an accident.
A vehicle matching that same description just wrecked out and crashed into a telephone pole, pretty much wrapped around the pole.
The suspect fled on foot.
Kenny Thompson doesn't know who was in the car, whether it was one or two people or more, but there's a blood trail left.
Looks like somebody had some serious injuries in there.
Dispatch, I've recovered a firearm.
Officers found his 9mm weapon right outside the crashed car on the ground.
Requesting assistance.
He asked for a violent crimes detective because of the nature of the chase and there was a firearm involved, so.
This is Detective Thompson.
The way Shreveport PD does business, homicide detectives don't just deal with just homicide, they deal with all violent crimes. So Kenny Thompson himself gets assigned to this case.
Bag the gun and get it to the lab to be analyzed.
Copy.
Any firearms they know homicide likes to get them to compare them for any cases that we may have. We could get like DNA off of the firearm as well.
You've got crime lab candy. You want to get that to the lab absolutely quick.
Let me know if you find anything else.
The officer gives me the license plate of the vehicle and it comes back to Tamika Williams.
Tamika Williams has no criminal history. This is a straight citizen that pays taxes and owns a car. Never been in trouble with the police. But Kenny takes it a step further. He starts researching Tamika Williams' social media presence.
Who was driving your car?
I searched her on social media and just go through friends.
Detective Thompson sees that Tamika Williams has a friend in her social media profile that has an unusual name.
It said Nut Gang, and when you click on those three dots in the right corner, it shows their real name that they sign up with, which was Darion Jameson.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me right now? This right here is God's work. I mean, what are the odds?
Yes.
The exact guy who Detective Thompson is looking for is somehow associated with the owner of the car, Tamika, whose car just got wrapped around a telephone pole. So now the question is Darion Jameson the driver of the car that got away?
Hello?
Is this Tamika?
Yeah.
Detective Thompson needs to get with Tamika ASAP.
I need you to come to my office for an interview.
This system may be able to bring this case home.
Yeah, that's him.
Detective Thompson has just learned the identity of Hayshawn Collins' killer, 17-year-old Darion Jameson.
The suspect fled on foot.
While searching for Darion, he's called to assist on a totally unrelated police chase.
Dispatch, I've recovered a firearm.
I just continued to work the case and it's like a miracle happened.
Oh my God.
Detective Thompson finds out that the owner of the vehicle, Tamika Williams, has some kind of relationship with Darion Jameson.
I need you to come to my office for an interview.
He needs Tamika to give up the tapes on how they're connected.
Okay, I'll come in.
See you soon.
This is straight out of a Hollywood script, and we're about to get that big movie ending.
Who is this?
My impression of her, she seemed at first like, you know, she didn't really want to give a lot of information.
Look, I'm working a homicide here.
All right, that's Peanut.
She says, that's the guy that was driving my car. I'm dating his dad. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, if this is the guy that they're saying from the tip, we have a gun, and that gun was a 9mm, so I'm like extra interested now.
We found a gun.
I don't know nothing about that.
How can I find him?
I don't know.
According to Tamika, Darion just took her car keys without permission.
I believe everything Tanika was telling me.
I need you to call me if you see him.
All right.
As far as the investigation is concerned, I'm actually feeling pretty good at this moment. I feel like I'm on the right track.
Now that Detective Thompson knows that these two events are related, He could take that 9mm and compare it to the 9mm shell casings found at the crime scene and see if it indeed is his murder weapon.
Anything on the gun?
No, not yet.
The gun's at the lab, and that's gonna take a while for those results to come back. I feel pretty confident enough to go ahead and generate an arrest warrant for Darion Jamerson, which is really big for me.
Within a couple of days, Darion Jamerson is tracked down, brought to the homicide office for questioning.
He declined to make a statement. Kind of seemed very nonchalant, like it wasn't a big deal while he was in there. I wasn't surprised that he didn't want to talk about it. Whenever I have a suspect that's nonchalant like that, they don't value life, and they really don't care about the consequences that come with it either. And to me, that's a very dangerous person.
Even after a suspect is arrested, that doesn't mean the case is over.
This is Kenny.
We're still working the case.
Hey, the ballistics report is done.
Yes.
That actual 9mm found at a car chase is the murder weapon, and he's tied all this together? That's crazy.
We also have the suspect's DNA results.
Thank you.
His DNA came back to a match on the firearm as well.
He conclusively has proved that that gun was in the hand of his #1 murder suspect, and that weapon was used to kill his victim.
Detective Kenny Thompson, he don't need no confession. The gun just confessed to this murder.
The night of the homicide, you have Hayshawn Collins' group, and you have Darion Jamerson's group. They're at the same hotel. They don't know each other. One of the members from Hayshawn Collins' group has some kind of friendly verbal interaction with the female from the suspect's group, whether it was, a personal relationship or just a close female friend. They described him as watching over her and watching them like a guard dog.
The action spills outside just like the witnesses reported, and Darion was still hot.
He pretty much said he felt disrespected, and after the two agreed to squash it, face to face, and they shook hands and dapped up. But as the victims are walking off, Darion starts to shoot at him. I believe he just wanted to prove a point because he made a statement, "Don't think you ain't checking me." He wanted to keep that image up and show him that, he meant business and he didn't play.
Darion Jamerson is charged with second-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted second-degree murder.
In 2022, Darion goes to trial and is convicted on all counts. And he's sentenced to 85 years in prison. I gotta tell you, I am personally impressed with your work. You did a great job in this case. I can imagine the citizens and all the families that you touch are very appreciative because I can see it.
Thank you. Yeah, most definitely, brother. Thank you.
This case, when I think about the aftermath of what happened, Hayshawn, who did nothing but really try to protect his family, and he paid for that with his life. And that's the saddest part of this whole story.
The saddest part of that commentary also is the fact that this is a commonplace situation that Vince and I dealt with for almost 20 years. Beef over absolutely nothing.
We have 3 black male victims.
Hey, shorty!
What you say?
It was just before lunchtime, August 10, 2005, when a call came over the radio about a person shot dead.
We're up next in the rotation, so we had to hit the brakes on what we were working on and head over to this crime scene.
This particular shooting took place in the Bankhead Courts Apartments in Northwest Atlanta. And this is one of the largest housing projects in the Southeast. A lot of good people live in this particular complex, but it's notorious for crime.
As me and Vin are careening the cruiser into Bankhead Courts, we see this marshal walking around with this Smokey the Bear hat, you know, controlling our crime scene and our crowd.
Back up just a little bit.
We're essentially the first responding officers from APD.
Looks like we beat the uniforms out here, man.
What's the marshal doing here?
The marshals serve warrants. They're not officers that patrol the streets, and especially not in Bankhead Courts.
Hey, I'm Quinn. This is Velasquez. We're with Homicide.
Lieutenant Baldwin.
Nice. How'd you wind up securing the scene?
Caught radio traffic about the shooting, and I was in the area.
Thank you, man.
That's not easy for a group of police officers, let alone one officer who's not even APD.
So what, you did this?
No.
He's been covered up. That only happens in the movies and on TV.
I think it was family that covered him.
So what happened when you first arrived?
I observed a black male on the ground with an apparent gunshot wound to the chest. He was still alive.
While he calls this in and he's waiting for either us or the ambulance to show up, unfortunately, this victim died.
There's another victim too, black male with a gunshot wound. EMT showed up and took him off to Grady. I don't know his status.
Right now, we gotta bookmark this victim that's been transported to Grady and deal with the situation we have right here in Bankhead Courts.
Check this out.
Yeah. Lieutenant Baldwin identifies this projectile about 10 feet away from our victim's body.
That's a big sucker.
That's a .357.
This victim got shot with basically what we call a hand cannon. This is bad. There's no doubt why this victim expired getting shot in the chest with a slug that big.
Detectives.
The medical examiner shows up, and at that point we can examine the body. They pull the sheet back and we can see it's a black male. He's got a pillow under his head.
It's got to be the family, right?
This is a unique situation. It looked like he was in the casket. Once the medical examiner starts, the processing of the body on scene is going on. The crowd is surrounding behind the tape. They're starting to rumble.
Looks like a single gunshot wound. Bullet entered here, exit here.
We know for a fact by this bullet wound path, this victim was actually standing sideways towards the shooter, possibly trying to run away. The bullet goes from one side of his chest to the other.
We got a wallet.
Thank you.
Thank God he's got his ID in his pocket.
So this gentleman's name is Kenyon Beatty, 30 years old.
Leave him alone!
This particular crowd is charged up. They're angry at what happened to this young man, and they want justice.
They ain't gonna do nothing.
We know they're upset, but that's normal. That happens. We're learning this is a special victim. There's something happened here that we just don't understand.
All right, we got to do something to win this crowd over, man.
Yeah, there's definitely somebody over there who can help us.
For sure. I'm going to show him some love. Thank you.
Go for it.
We know this particular crime, someone saw something.
We need your help. So if anyone know anything about what happened to this young man today, come forward so we can do our job.
Anybody.
Two people come forward. They've got information, so my partner's announcement to the crowd worked.
All right, brother. What's your name, yo?
Adam Montrose.
Okay. You, bro, what's your name, brother?
Makai Bell. Man, don't talk to them. They ain't gonna do nothing.
Hey, all right, Makai, Adam, come over here, man. Let's talk real quick, all right? Thank you.
We knew whatever they were gonna tell us was good information because they risked putting this out in front of the entire crowd at Bankhead Courts. They didn't care. We interviewed the witnesses separately, starting with Makai Bell.
Hey, look, man, we appreciate you coming forward, all right?
Kenyon was a good dude.
He said he knew Kenyon from the neighborhood. They went to the same school together as middle schoolers.
What can you tell us?
I mean, I seen it all. I left the crib at 11, slid to the store.
He sees a group of 4 or 5 people standing out in front where Kenyon was standing. That's when a gray car pulled up and a guy driving the car starts shooting at the crowd where Kenyon is standing.
Okay. Now, you sure it was the driver who did the shooting? Yeah, he leaned over and just started shooting. Then he came back around.
Wait, he circled back?
Yeah, started shooting.
Whoever this killer is, he wants to make sure that he's hitting his target. He's determined. This is personal. This isn't just some random act of violence.
He said something before open fire.
He actually heard the driver yell something. He didn't know what it was, but it was definitely directed towards that crowd.
All right, was there anybody else in the vehicle with him?
Nah, he was by himself. Okay, you recognize the guy? Nah, I never seen him before.
What about the folks that was with Kenyon? Do you know any of them?
His sister Danielle and his boss, Vaughn, he got shot too. The guy who went to the hospital? Yeah. And Adam, and there was some other dude, I didn't know him.
This Adam, he was there?
Yeah.
That's the guy that raised his hand, came over to crime scene tape and said he wants to participate in this investigation. That's good stuff.
So we finish up with Makai.
Hey, Adam. Man, thank you for your patience, yo.
Our next step is Adam Montrose and see what he says.
You all right?
No, not really.
Adam Montrose was a complete train wreck.
Kenyon was my boy.
This guy was close to our victim. He was one of his best friends.
Hey, look, man. We're gonna do everything that we can to catch this shooter. All right? Or you were there when the shooting happened?
Yes.
Okay, who else was there?
Danielle, Vaughn, and Xavier.
Xavier, what's his last name?
Buckley.
According to Adam Montrose, his story is pretty much the same as what we got from Makai.
You get a look at the gunman?
Yeah.
He was medium complected, had a 2 to 3 inch fade haircut.
He was a big dude, like more than 200 pounds, I know.
Is there anything else you remember?
His gun?
He said definitely it was a stainless steel gun and it was a revolver.
Well, that explains why there were no shell casings on scene.
Right.
And that kind of lines with what we had. So his information is adding up. We're feeling good right now.
All right, look, did Kenya have anybody after him? Any enemies?
Not that I know about.
We don't know whether or not Kenyon was the intended target.
Either those gunshots were meant for Kenyon or he's just collateral damage.
What about the others?
I have no idea.
Okay.
At this point, we got more questions than answers. To solve this case, we'll need to unravel more than one mystery.
Did you recognize the shooter?
It was Big Red.
You can't make this stuff up.
And he said he was gonna commit suicide.
This was totally unbelievable.
Police, hands up!
This was a high-stakes situation.
It's him. He killed my brother.
All of the evidence was lining up.
Stick your hands out the window!
When the suspect is finally in our sights,
Open the door handle!
the case takes a devastating turn.
The suspect has fled the scene.
This was the worst day of my career.
We've got 2 more bodies.
Bullet entering on the left here, exiting to the right.
We're investigating the murder of 30-year-old Kenyon Beatty, killed in a drive-by shooting in northwest Atlanta. According to witnesses, a shooter opened fire at 5 people standing together.
Did Kenya have anybody after him?
Not that I know about.
The biggest questions we have right now was our victim, Kenyon Beatty, was he even the target?
What do you want to go to next?
Let's talk to the sister. She was there, right?
Yeah.
We need to find her and find out what she saw and what she may know about why this happened.
Hello, ma'am. We're very sorry for your loss.
And the mother comes to the door. Her name is Cynthia.
What can you tell us about your son?
He was a hardworking young man, married, with children.
But we know that this is an extremely difficult time for the family.
We have to get down to the nitty-gritty and ask whether her son was involved in anything illegal or anything that she thought may have contributed to his death.
Kenyon didn't run with a bad crowd. He worked a landscaping job.
Now, his boss was Vaughn Brooks?
That's right. And they didn't deserve this. They didn't deserve it.
He's living the American dream. He's not in a gang. He's not involved in any criminal activity. And when civilians get killed in hoods like this, my experience is it just hits people different.
It sounds like your son was doing all the right things.
He was.
It doesn't sound like Kenyon was the intended target.
Ma'am, is your daughter Danielle here right now?
Yes, but she ain't ready to talk.
She is so distraught. We can't get to her. And we understand. So we know at some point we got to talk to Danielle, but it's not going to be today.
Can you please give her my card?
We decide that we got to bookmark this situation like we do in so many cases.
Velasquez.
We learned that our victim, Vaughn Brooks, our second shooting victim, is going to survive, which is great information for us.
Von's gonna make it.
He's going to be released from the hospital in a day or two. And we're absolutely relieved that we don't have another homicide victim.
All right, so that means we got roll call on 4 out of the 5 people that were at the shooting.
Let's find number 5.
Now we got to track down this 5th person, Xavier Buckley.
There was still a large group of bystanders at the crime scene. These folks were grieving uncontrollably. We got emotion here, so we got to use it. I just made another announcement. Yo, just tell us what's up. We're not giving up on this case.
You know, we asked, does anybody know anything about this kid, Xavier Buckley? Where does he live? Where does he hang out? Someone finally came forward and told us he's got a girlfriend that lives in the neighborhood, a girl named Nikita Stark.
You know, we were starting to earn the community's trust. We got an address for Nikita, and we headed straight over there. We're thinking maybe we got a chance to get lucky, and Buckley will be right there.
We knock on the door, Nikita answers, she invites us inside.
We just want to ask you a few questions, because we heard your boyfriend is Xavier Buckley.
He is.
Is he around?
No.
She says he was home that morning, but left around 10:15.
Xavier was gone for about half an hour when I heard gunshots.
When she looked out the window, she saw a gray sedan speeding away. And we know from other witnesses, that's our shooter's car.
A minute passes by and Xavier comes home and he's freaking out saying, I didn't have anything to do with it.
That brother got something to do with it, or he knows what's up.
What happened next?
He was acting crazy and he grabbed his gun.
Nikita goes on to say that Buckley and all his frenzy and franticking ran out the house saying he's gonna kill himself.
And he said he was gonna commit suicide.
We're looking at each other like, who does that unless you're guilty? You're crying over this victim that got killed, and now you have a gun in your hand and you want to kill yourself? It's not making sense.
Where is he now?
I don't know. I haven't seen or heard from him since he left.
Why does Xavier have a gun?
He robs people. Over the last couple of days, he's been saying people are looking for him. I think he's in trouble.
Nikita is giving us critical information. He may have brought this drama to that 5-person crowd that was standing out there where the bullets started flying. So we're finishing up with Nikita. Her cell phone rings. It's got a blocked number coming in.
You can grab that.
Hello? Oh my God, baby, are you okay?
We find out it's actually Buckley calling while we're there.
Where is he?
We need a location, like where is his ass right now? We gotta talk to him, but we don't wanna lose him. We don't wanna burn him.
Where are you? The Summit Inn? Okay. I love you so much. Bye.
All right, Nikita, what room is he in?
15.
We were concerned that if Buckley knew we were looking for him, he's gonna go on the run.
We don't want him to get hurt.
So we came up with a plan for Nikita to bring him dinner later on that night at the Summit Inn.
So you're gonna call him, tell him you bring him food, and we'll be there to bring him in.
Will you help us?
All right, I'll do it.
This is our sidekick in this investigation right now.
Why don't you take a ride with us and we'll discuss it some more, okay?
Come on.
After you.
It's late at night. Quinn and I are in our car at the Summit Inn on Fulton Industrial. Our fugitive unit is set up.
Everyone in position?
We're ready to go.
Okay, let's make the call.
We just need this sister to make the phone call to Buckley, get him outside, tell him to come get Din.
Hey, baby. I'm about to pull up.
We are on pins and needles because we're hoping this does not turn into a shootout.
Meet me outside.
No sooner than she hangs up, a black male emerges from the hotel room in question and steps outside looking around.
That's him.
There's absolutely no room for error.
Move in.
It's dark 30. Xavier Buckley is armed. This brother might try to go down guns blazing. Police, hands up!
He's freaking out saying, I didn't have anything to do with it.
While investigating the Kenyon Beatty homicide, we discovered witness Xavier Buckley was acting suspiciously right after the shooting.
And he said he was gonna commit suicide.
That's a red flag moment. That's drawing our attention right now to Buckley.
Where are you? The Summit Inn?
We find out Buckley is holed up in a local Atlanta hotel with a gun. Xavier's girlfriend, Nikita, agrees to help us bring him in safely.
Everyone in position?
We're ready to go.
We got to sit back and let our fugitive units do what they're best at.
Let's make the call.
She does just as prescribed. Buckley comes out.
Move in.
We don't know what he's gonna do. Buckley walks out of this hotel room and just stops. Our fugitive unit, they're approaching, and we're literally like, please, let this not be a shootout.
Police, hands up! Hands up! Turn around! Now! Get on the ground now!
The fugitive squad swoops down, grabs him. He offers no resistance. He gets searched right there on scene. He's got no weapon. We're in business. It's time to go ahead and cultivate our witness.
Walk us through it. All right.
I was talking to Kenyon. I didn't know where this gray car pulled up.
Buckley just lays it out, and his story is not much different than what Adam and Makai told us earlier.
I had my back half turned, but dude was yelling.
Hey, shorty, why you sending them folks to my house?
I knew he just started shooting.
So who was he yelling at?
I don't know.
Based on what Buckley is telling us, the shooter's talking about someone actually coming to his house and robbing him.
Were you the target?
Me.
Well, here's the thing, bro. We know you robbed. All right? So was this like a lick or something?
Obviously, you don't know nothing. Kenyon was my boy.
Okay, so what about get back for something you did?
No.
So is he feeling guilty because he knows he was the intended target and his good friend Kenyon got killed instead?
I have no idea why this man started shooting.
All right, did you recognize the shooter?
Yeah, I did. I know exactly who it is. It was Big Red.
Big Red. You know Big Red's real name?
Nah.
He describes Big Red as being a black male that's about 200 pounds. He's about 6 feet in height. He's a light brown-skinned guy, and he's got a faded haircut. This lines up what Adam told us. This is the same description.
I didn't know nothing about the gray car. I don't know what's up with it. Big Red usually drive a Suburban.
Does he normally have a gun on him?
Yeah, 357. Revolver.
Now he's basically introduced someone who was known to carry a weapon, same caliber that was used to kill our victim.
When's the last time you saw Big Red?
Been a while. Probably June.
Look, you got a phone number for this guy?
Nah, I ain't got it. We weren't close like that.
We're just not buying it. It's not making sense.
But you got to give us something on this guy. You need to. You know what I mean?
I know where he lives.
All right, take us in the morning. Let's go.
Xavier leads us to a house on Oak Drive in southeast Atlanta.
Hey, you sure this is the place, bro?
Yeah, that's it.
All the lights are out. There are no cars in the driveway. Nobody's even living here. This is a vacant property.
Oh, man. You playing with us?
No, not at all.
So at this point, we're thinking maybe Buckley is just taking us some random place that he knows no one lives there to at least show an effort.
I'm being honest. This is his place. I don't know what's going on with it right now.
So based on what he's telling us, we got to go with it. We got to do a history on this house.
We need a phone number for Big Red.
I get it.
All right, let's roll.
The $1 million.
Ophelia, thanks for your time.
Yeah, no problem. How can I help you?
We want to identify Big Red. That's our business right now. We got to get it handled.
We want to ask you some questions about a property you rented on Oak Drive.
I think I was only there maybe once.
You know, Ophelia says she signed the lease, but said she actually never lived at the house on Oak Drive.
Why is that?
I signed a lease for an acquaintance.
Maybe the person she signed the lease for was Big Red.
Okay, what's that person's name?
We're about to get some answers.
Hey, you sure this is the place, bro?
Yeah, that's it.
We've identified Kenyon Beatty's killer as a guy known as Big Red, and we're trying to track him down. We locate a residence that our primary suspect, Big Red, reportedly lived.
You playing with us?
No, man. I'm being honest.
This is a vacant property.
How can I help you?
We want to ask you some questions about a property you rented on Oak Drive.
We tracked down the last tenant on the lease, and she admits She signed the lease for an acquaintance and she never lived there.
Okay, what's that person's name?
At this point, we might finally get the name of our shooter.
Eddie Robinson. His credit was bad, so I agreed to help out.
He couldn't really sign the lease himself, and he actually was the son of an old coworker, so he's just trying to do a good deed for a friend. Eddie actually moved into the residence with his girlfriend and their kid.
You know what kind of vehicle he drives?
A Chevy Suburban.
And that's exactly what Buckley told us. Right now, we're feeling Big Red could be Eddie Robinson.
So we heard he moved out before his lease was up. Do you know why that is?
He got robbed.
She said Robinson told her that some guys kicked in the door, laid his wife and baby down, and robbed the house.
When that happened, he took his family and they split.
Xavier's got to be involved in this.
We already know that Buckley's a robber. He carries a gun, so he's probably involved in this particular home invasion. It's all starting to make sense.
Hey, Shorty, why you sending them folks to my house?
This was about revenge.
So now we're thinking Buckley is the actual target of the shooting. Our poor victim, wrong place, wrong time. It is tragic.
I haven't seen him since June.
You got a phone number for him?
No.
Eddie Robinson actually asked her to sign another lease, but she said no. She wasn't having anything to do with Eddie Robinson anymore.
Where was this new place he was moving to?
I don't remember.
Okay, Ophelia, if you can try to remember, that would help us out.
I think it was 805 Monterey.
All right, do you know if that was a street name, building number?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
What, if you find out?
Eddie's mugshot and showed it to Xavier Buckley. He confirmed Eddie Robinson was in fact Big Red.
At this point, we put Eddie's photo in a 6-person lineup.
We decided to show it to the one witness we have not been able to speak to yet, our victim's sister, Danielle.
We need your daughter's help, all right? That's why we're here. I want to show her a photo lineup.
She's upset.
Quinn goes upstairs to talk to Danielle. I stay downstairs with the family and just tell them what we've done so far. They want to hear our progress.
I won't take much of your time.
It's fine, I'm okay.
Yeah? All right, so tell me what you remember.
Kenyon and Vaughn came over to give me a ride.
Danielle just runs the story down, just like the other witnesses told us, and it's verbatim.
Look, I want to take a moment and show you something, all right?
It's him. He killed my brother.
Him?
Danielle picks out number 3 on the lineup, Eddie Robinson.
Okay. Danielle, are you sure?
I'm positive.
I didn't want to break out into a crescendo of relief and gratitude, but I was feeling good on the inside.
Be strong.
Me and Danielle hugged. We made a connection up there. I'm convinced right now Eddie Robinson is our shooter.
We head back to the office to figure out our next move.
Yo, bro, did we ever get the subpoena cleared for Eddie's cell phone records?
No. Now let's see if we can figure out the 805 Monterey riddle thing.
I'm typing it into the computer, looking at different variations of it, and all of a sudden, I get an address of 805 Monterey Parkway.
Yeah, this could be it.
Bingo.
Let me give him a call.
But it's in Sandy Springs. It's another little suburb north of Atlanta, not far from our city.
Hello, Monterey Apartments.
Hey, this is Vince Velasquez. I'm with APD.
I speak to the manager, inquire about apartment 805.
It's leased to a Mr. Paul Rosinski.
I'm like, bam. Paul Rosinski is the guy that's renting the place. A brother named Paul Rosinski.
Thanks a lot for the information. What's up?
I know that name, man. From a case back in 2001. Hold on, I gotta check the,
I still got his file in my file cabinet.
And you sure it's the same guy?
Shoot, Vinny. How many Paul Rosinskis you know in the Atlanta, Georgia area?
I'm gonna hit him up and see what's going on. I wanna know if he's actually living there as well.
Hello? Hey, what's up, man? Look, this is David Quinn from APD.
Paul knew me as soon as I called. So we did our quick reunion.
I need your help, man. All right, tell me about 805 Monterey.
Here we go again.
Is it Eddie Robinson's place?
Yeah, I just put my name on the lease form.
So far, every piece of information from every single witness has been on point.
All right, is he still there?
As far as I know.
Right now, it's time to bring Eddie Robinson in for an interview.
Let's go find Big Red.
Big Red?
It's put up or shut up. Let's go. Get Eddie into our office, have a conversation, confront him with the evidence, and see what he says.
Over the next couple of days, we actually set up surveillance on Eddie Robinson's apartment in Sandy Springs.
They got anything?
Nothing.
Absolutely no sign of Eddie Robinson or his vehicle.
You think they made us?
Maybe Paul burned us.
So at this point, we're wondering, is our information good? I'm waiting to see this 90s model Chevy Suburban. It's nowhere to be seen. Right now, we're frustrated.
Okay. Thanks. Keep me posted. All right, so Eddie's phone records still haven't come in.
Me and Vin are waiting on these phone records, which are going to show cell towers to put Eddie Robinson in Bankhead courts at the time of the murder.
All right, let's roll, man.
And that's why we don't have a murder warrant just yet. We got all our ducks in a row before we pull this case down.
Leave a message.
Yo, Vinny. Hey, I decided to stop by Eddie's place on the way back to the office.
Vince is in court on an unrelated murder trial. I decided to go and do some surveillance by myself.
I'll let you know if anything pops up. Uh-oh. There he is.
I know right then and there, I'm looking at Eddie Robinson's Chevy Suburban parked at his residence. Right now, this is a crescendo moment.
Eddie in the flesh.
He throws it in drive and he pulls out, headed southbound towards the city.
Yeah, this is Detective David Quinn requesting support, currently tailing a suspect.
I asked over police radio for a felony stop with a marked unit.
Copy that.
My heart is pounding. This is the final crescendo. I'm going to meet Eddie Robinson face to face. I'm going to follow all the procedures necessary. By this time, Vince is out of court.
Yo, Vinny.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Yeah, I'm telling them now. Hey, can you get the interrogation room ready?
All right, keep me posted.
So after days of doing surveillance with Quinn, all of a sudden, he's telling me that he is literally eyes on Eddie Robinson. This is great, and he's about to be taken into custody. Everything we've done so far, it's coming to this moment right now.
Driver, stick your hands out the window!
Eddie Robinson is exiting I-75 South at Cleveland Avenue. He gets stopped. This is beautiful.
We've got him locked in.
I'm listening to this felony traffic stop take place.
One of the police cars pulls in front, blocks Eddie Robinson in.
Driver, stick your hands out the window!
Eddie Robinson sticks both hands, I can see from my vantage point, out of the driver window, giving a full surrender. It looks like everything is beautiful.
Driver, with your left hand, open the door handle.
I get out of my car. I'm walking up to let the officers know to take him into custody. He's going to homicide. And then, in the blink of an eye, everything changes. Without warning, Eddie Robinson guns that Chevy Suburban. He's gone. He's out of here.
Suspect has fled the scene. Over. Suspect has fled the scene.
Area has eyes on the vehicle.
I don't know what's happening next. Nothing but mayhem ensues after this. As Eddie is trying to escape, he wrecks his SUV.
The suspect has just crashed.
As I make it 1.5 miles up to this carnage that Eddie Robinson has created just off Cleveland Avenue, I see nothing but smoke.
We have multiple fatalities out here.
We have 2 more bodies connected to Eddie Robinson.
Driver, stick your hands out the window!
The hunt for Eddie Robinson, the man suspected of murdering Kenyon Beatty, was coming to an end. I hear this commotion on the radio, and what I can take out of it is Eddie Robinson has now fled this traffic stop, and he's taken off again. while trying to escape Eddie Rex's SUV.
The suspect has just crashed.
As I roll up to this scene, just pure carnage.
Yo, Vinny.
Hey, partner.
Yeah, it's bad out here, man.
Eddie Robinson had T-boned a small pickup truck and actually just slammed into it and drugged the car several feet where it came to final rest.
I'll give you a call back, brother.
I just realized that both of these people in the front seat of this pickup truck, hit by Eddie Robinson, they're dead. I just went on instinct. God touched the foreheads of both of these gentlemen, and I just said a prayer. It wasn't a police moment for a minute. This was awful. These brothers' souls just left the earth based off police action. It was the worst day of my career, without question. And I look over and I see Eddie Robinson has been pulled from what now is a mangled Chevy Suburban, half its size now. He's got head injuries. It's a mess.
Yo, are his injuries life-threatening, brother?
No, sir, but he's supposed to be evaluated and bandaged.
All right, we're gonna do that back at the office.
I'm still fighting for the family of Kenyon Beatty, so I had to take him down to homicide, and I had to get an interview.
So now we're back at the office. Eddie Robinson's in the interview room getting treated. Ironically, the phone records actually come in that same day.
Yo, Eddie's phone records are finally in.
Nice. Good news?
Yeah. Cell towers confirm Eddie was in Bankhead Courts the morning of the shooting.
If Eddie Robinson denies being at the crime scene, this is a powerful tool because then we can show him the records and say, hey, this is your phone records that put you there.
It's awesome.
Bring it home. Come on.
The EMTs gave Eddie Robinson the customary Grady cap, which is just a litany of gauze wrapped around the head because he was oozing blood from a head wound. His vitals were strong. Hell, his blood pressure was better than mine.
Eddie Robinson's good to go.
Eddie agrees to speak with me without an attorney present.
I need to speak to you about a murder that occurred on August 10th.
What happened on the 10th? Did you go to Bankhead Courts on the 10th?
I ain't gonna prove that. Where were you that morning?
I was out of town.
You went out of town where?
Is this your phone number?
Yeah.
Did you let anyone use your phone that day?
Nah, man, I'll pay the bill. I don't just be handed around this with me.
And I'm saying he just made a confession because he's lined himself up with this phone. Well, your phone records have you still in the Atlanta area.
You need to speak some truth. Let's talk about Xavier Buckley.
It took a lot of twisting and mangling, but I finally get Eddie Robinson to admit that he was acquainted with Xavier Buckley.
Yeah, man, I mean, I know him. Dude stole from me.
He believed that Xavier Buckley sent robbers to his house, steal from the only stash spot he kept his money in, which was a kitchen cabinet. He said nobody else knew that but Xavier Buckley.
And I know he's the one that set me up.
While Eddie is not giving a confession, he's giving what we call in the business the facts.
So that's what the shooting was about. Get back for the robbery.
Eddie Robinson laid out the motive in this entire case. He confirmed that the motive of why our victim was killed was revenge for someone robbing him.
No.
You tried to kill Xavier Buckley, and you killed somebody else.
Buckley was the intended target, and our victim, Kenyon, was just collateral damage.
No, I didn't say, man. I told you I was out of town.
Now, man, we're back to that? Because, look, we done established that that wasn't the case at all.
And look, man, I can't help if you don't believe me.
I'm gonna believe the evidence and the eyewitnesses that saw you there that day.
He made enough mistakes in that interview room that it was just like a confession. I've been honest with you. I've given you an opportunity, and I'm gonna leave it at that. All right? I'm gonna wish you well. Even though Eddie Robinson didn't give it up 100%, we have a great idea what happened just based off witness statements and our technology with phone records. Eddie believed Xavier Buckley was behind the home invasion. So on August 10th, 2005, he borrowed a car and staked out Xavier's apartment complex. When Buckley left his apartment that morning, he bumps into Kenyon Beatty. They all were talking in a small circle, and Eddie Robinson was laying in wait.
Hey, Shorty, why you send them folks to my house?
His intention was to shoot Buckley, but he ended up shooting Kenyon and his boss, Vaughn.
Kenyon Beatty was a good guy. He just really was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Just an innocent life snuffed away for absolutely no reason.
Eddie Robinson actually goes to trial for two different cases, one for the murder of Kenyon Beatty and one for the vehicular homicide cases involved with the two innocent people at Cleveland in '85. Eddie Robinson is found guilty of all three cases and receives a life sentence.
Looks like a single gunshot wound.
I look back on the death of Kenyon Beatty, and I look at it as a case involving the death of three innocents.
Typically, our victims are people who did something, whether it was right or wrong, and there's a target.
He worked a landscaping job.
Kenyon was just an innocent guy trying to do the right thing, and he becomes a victim.
We have multiple fatalities out here.
To this day, every time I cross over Cleveland Avenue onto 85, I still see those two guys. They had nothing to do.
Yo, get it. What's up, bro?
On April 18, 2005, we get a call about a man shot outside of the King Gardens apartments over in Southwest Atlanta.
Back in the 90s when I was doing narcotic street works, I was always up in this neighborhood, up and down this corridor, working on cases. So it's no surprise to us that there's a shooting there on this particular day because there's shootings there regularly.
This was right before lunchtime, so there's gotta be witnesses out there. We hope to find someone that can tell us exactly what happened. So as me and Vin arrive at the apartment complex of King Gardens, we see that Officer Ben Bryant is on scene, and we're excited because we know Bryant.
Hey, Ben. Hey, guys. I was first on scene. Victim is 39-year-old Kenny Wimbush. He had a gunshot wound to the chest. He was taken to Grady.
He basically said when this guy got loaded up into the ambulance, he did not look good. So our expectations of this victim surviving at this point are very low.
And his status is unknown.
This your beat, Ben?
Yeah, I know Kenny.
We're ahead of the curveball because he could tell us things about our victim that normally a first responder probably wouldn't know.
Kenny's a good guy. A lot of love for him around here.
So we come to learn he's like the de facto mayor of this ML King corridor. Everyone knows him.
So you were in the area when it went down?
Yeah, I actually knew before dispatch.
He got a phone call from a guy in the neighborhood that someone just got shot up in front of King's Garden.
They called you on your cell phone before they called 911?
Yeah, it was Jeff Sharp. He owns an apartment complex across the street.
What was so impressive about Officer Ben Bryant was he was literally just entrenched in that community.
And I was just a few blocks away.
He's literally there within 3 minutes. He's actually calling the dispatch to let APD know what we have.
I've got a black male with a gunshot wound. Need medical assistance.
He's got a bad wound to his chest. There's blood everywhere. He knows that this victim is in dire straits.
Stay with me, buddy. Help's on the way.
EMT scooped him up?
Yeah, they were here pretty fast.
They treat our victim, put him in an ambulance, and just shoot him to Grady as quick as they can. They're trying to save his life.
And actually, something strange happened before the ambulance got here.
A woman comes up and tells Officer Bryant she didn't see what happened. She saw the commotion, but most importantly, she saw a burgundy car speeding away from the scene.
She thought it was a Chrysler.
She's actually rendering aid to Kenny when she's like, he gave me his phone number on a piece of paper, and he's the one everybody's saying is the shooter.
He had actually asked her out earlier in the day, the driver, and he'd given her his number.
She just passes Ben Bryant the phone number. He sticks it in his pocket, and he holds on to Kenny Wimbush until Grady EMS arrives.
Said his name was Juice Man.
Juice Man?
Mm-hmm.
Bryant hands us this piece of paper that this woman gave him. It's got an Atlanta area code. It's a phone number.
Were you able to get the woman's contact info?
No, and I really couldn't even tell you what she looks like. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
If this number is connected to our crime, we may have identified our shooter.
Thank you, man.
Officer Bryant points out where our victim was located. We see blood, but what we don't see is shell casings.
Hey, were there any shell casings?
No.
So we're thinking right away, we probably have a revolver.
There's nothing here for us.
There's absolutely no physical evidence anywhere. There's nothing to collect, really, other than photographs.
Ben, make sure CSI photographs everything.
Copy that.
Thanks a lot.
So really, all we're looking for now is eyewitnesses.
Let's go rat with the apartment owner. Jeff Sharp. Hey, man. So, walk us through what you saw.
Well, I was outside, and a car pulled up across the street.
He can't tell what's going on, but he sees Kenny Winbush run up to the car.
What kind of car was it?
I think it was a Chrysler.
Gotta think back to that female that handed Officer Bryant that phone number. So we probably are talking about the same vehicle.
So what happened next?
I heard a really loud bang. Oh.
And he thought first it was the car backfiring. He saw Kenny run and then collapse. So he put it together, he'd actually been shot.
Did you see the driver of the vehicle?
No, but when the car took off towards I-285, that's when I called Officer Bryant.
Does the name Juice Man mean anything to you?
Mm-mm.
And he knows a lot of nicknames in the neighborhood, but Juice Man just didn't ring a bell.
Thank you for the information, man.
We head back to King Gardens Apartments because we want to take another look and see who's out there.
Hey, sister. Mind if we talk to you for a few?
I guess.
She identifies herself as Diamond Evans, and where she's standing is in direct eye line of where our victim was laying.
Did you see what happened out here this morning?
I don't know.
Oh, we could tell she's nervous. We understand that. These neighborhoods don't like snitches. Even though they may be sympathetic to our victim, they got to be careful.
So if you did see something, it'd be better if we talked somewhere else.
Well, you got to be surreptitious about how you go about talking to a witness out there in front of God and everybody. So me and Vinny kind of played his sister Diamond over into her apartment. It's just very slick. We came in the back door. We're finally getting our interview with her.
All right, so what happened out there?
I know, Kenny. We were just hanging out, talking. At 10:45, this burgundy car pulls up.
She was right up close looking at this vehicle. So we're thinking she's probably got the best description so far.
The driver yelled for Kenny to come here, so he walked over.
He walks right up to the windowsill talking to whoever that was in the car, and they're having what seemed to be a peaceful conversation.
But out of nowhere, he started yelling at Kenny.
And she noticed that the driver, who was first behind the wheel of the car, had shimmied his body over to the passenger side, and he's pulling on Kenny's shirt. And at some point, Kenny breaks away, and there's a gunfire all at the same time.
Were you able to get a look at the driver's face?
Not really. Kenny didn't deserve this.
You know, she couldn't understand why this happened because everybody in the community loved Kenny. Kenny had no beef with anybody.
All right, have you ever heard of anybody named Juice Man?
No.
So we asked Diamond, is there anything else she can add to this story, this tragedy that happened right here in front of the apartment complex?
Have you guys talked to my brothers?
No.
They may have seen something.
Diamond says her brothers, Travis, Danny, and Kasim, they were right out here in the yard in front of the apartment complex. They may have gotten a better look at what happened than she did.
They live in the unit at the end.
Thank you, sister. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We got a head start on this thing because we showed up on scene right when it happened. We got to keep this thing moving.
Quinn.
I get a call from the medical examiner investigator down at Grady Hospital, and he breaks the news that Kenny Winbush died.
Kenny is dead.
He had a left chest wound, and he just didn't survive.
Got it. Thank you.
He said he already made contact with the mother at Grady because she showed up, and he gave death notification in person.
Let's go talk to Diamond's brothers.
We start with the youngest brother, Kasim Hall.
What'd you see?
I seen a burgundy car pull up.
Kasim says he was there. He saw what happened.
I caught a glimpse of the shooter, too. He was like light-skinned.
And then we ask him, has he ever heard this name, Juice Man? And again, like his sister, Kasim says he's never heard that name.
Kenny got shot and tried to run.
Danny Hall basically tells us the same thing that his other brother and sister told us.
So the next person we talked to is Travis Hall.
He told Kenny to come over to his car.
Travis tells the exact same story as everyone else.
Did you get a good look at the shooter?
Man, I know who it is.
What?
He and I go way back.
He's known him for a couple of years. This is huge.
Tell us about this guy.
The hunt for Kenny's killer begins.
They call him Popcorn.
But identifying him will be an epic challenge.
Is his name Drop a Sack?
Yep. We're chasing down real people or cartoon characters.
That guy.
As we get closer to solving the case, a clutch witness turns on us.
And he shot at you?
Yeah.
It was like one step forward, two steps back.
In the end,
Man, what are you talking about?
the investigation takes a turn
He's a bad dude.
we never saw coming.
And who died?
This one might never be.
I was first on scene.
We're investigating the murder of 39-year-old Kenny Wimbush.
He had a gunshot wound to the chest. He was taken to Grady.
Gunned down outside an apartment complex in southwest Atlanta.
Kenny got shot and tried to run.
We locate multiple witnesses on scene that actually say they saw some aspects of this homicide.
One witness, Travis Hall, drops a bombshell.
Did you get a good look at the shooter?
Man, I know who it is.
What?
We get ready to ID the killer right now.
Tell us about this guy.
Travis goes on to explain he's known the shooter for about 2 or 3 years.
They call him Popcorn.
Popcorn.
So now we have popcorn, we have Juice Man, we got something to eat, we got something to drink. We're just trying to figure this out.
I don't know his real name, but it shouldn't be too hard to find out.
He's always in that same car that he described. He's a drug dealer. He sells drugs in the community out of his car.
So Kenny and Popcorn, what's the deal between these two?
I don't know. They always seem good.
Okay. Now, is there anything else we want to add here?
I heard Popcorn shot a guy.
So right now, our detective senses are on amp load.
What guy?
His name is Tiger. Happened right down the street.
That may play into why everybody is so nervous. They know that Popcorn's rolling around out here after he shot a guy named Tiger. Like, he must feel awfully confident that he can do what he does out there with these pistols.
When was this?
At a year ago?
All right, check this out. If you see Popcorn or the Burgundy Whip, you give me a holler. All right?
All right.
Thank you, brother.
We can always come back to Travis for more information later. So right now, we leave Travis alone and we head back to the office. We had a lot to unpack in this case. A list of suspects and a bunch of nicknames.
So one of the first things we did back at the office is check the 911 logs. Because we found out that Diamond and her brothers actually didn't call the police.
Reviewing the record, we learned that the call came in from a man named Wyatt Bell. So immediately, we're thinking we've got another witness. Someone who may have had a better vantage point than our other witnesses.
We contacted Wyatt, and he admitted actually seeing us at the crime scene, but said he was too afraid to talk.
Wyatt was so afraid, we negotiated with him to meet us somewhere he felt was a safer place.
We let him go ahead and call the location.
He told us to meet him in College Park, so we headed over there to see what he knew about the case.
He's nervous and looking over his shoulders like he's still on ML King.
Nobody knows you're here with us, so you're all right.
Go ahead and tell us what happened.
I was in my apartment when I heard a shot. I looked out the window and I seen Kenny.
He actually sees Kenny run and fall. He can't offer any description of the shooter. He just knows that burgundy car because according to Wyatt Bell, it's there every night around the same time.
The guy pushes dope.
This information is nothing new. We've heard this already.
Anything you want to add?
The guy in the burgundy car got shot at a couple of days ago.
And about 2 days before Kenny's murder, Kenny discloses to Wyatt Bell that a guy named Drop-a-Sack shot the entire back window out of the burgundy car that was driven by the guy that owns it.
So why did he do it?
I don't know. That's what Kenny told me.
We're trying to figure out who this person is. How does he fit into this equation? Right now, we have 3 different people with 3 different nicknames.
Do you know Drop-a-Sack's real name?
Hell,
Okay.
This guy, Wyatt Bell, just injected a whole nother character.
Hey, thank you for the information, all right?
Was Drop a Sack our shooter? I mean, we don't know. We got to understand the dynamics going on out there.
We head back to the office just to try to decipher all of these names we have so far. We have nicknames coming out of the woodwork.
All right, so let's do a roll call.
We have 4 different nicknames. We don't even know how they all intertwine with our victim, Kenny Winbush.
We got Juice Man, Popcorn, Tiger.
Yeah, and Drop a Sack.
And Drop a Sack.
All right, let's run them through the database.
All right, I think our best bet is to go with Tiger. I mean, Travis said the Popcorn shot him, right? So there's got to be a police report. Give me a second.
Popcorn's name may be actually in that police report. So right now, number one thing is figure out who Tiger is.
I think I got it.
All of a sudden, we find this shooting, December 27, 2003. Literally less than a half a mile down the road from our original crime scene is Kenny Winbush.
We got ID on Tiger?
Yes, sir. It's the alias for Mr. Sam Styles.
He's a real victim shot by a guy named Popcorn.
I heard Popcorn shot a guy.
So everything Travis told us is absolutely true.
What are the details?
So apparently there was an old beef between these two.
The year before, Popcorn pulled up in his car, tells Sam Styles to come and talk to him. He motions him with his finger. Sam Styles goes over, they have a quick conversation. Sam didn't like what he was saying, he walks away. At that point, Popcorn shot him.
He shoots him in the left hand.
This is interesting because we know in our Kenny Winbush homicide, Popcorn told Kenny to come here, and he ended up getting shot as well a year later. It just ended fatally.
How far did the police get in the investigation?
Didn't go anywhere. Victim wouldn't cooperate with the detective. Hold up. You told him what Popcorn stayed.
Although he didn't know his real name in the police report, he's got an address.
Chateau DeVille Apartments.
That's right near the crime scene.
All right.
Let's roll.
We got to get out to Chateau DeVille Apartments and see if we can locate Popcorn.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
We're homicide detectives.
We speak to the guy on duty. His name is Steve Sagar.
Do you know of a guy who stayed here that goes by the name Popcorn?
That guy.
Steve says, oh, hell yeah, I know Popcorn. I've evicted his ass because he was so behind in his rent. I'm still missing money from him.
Can we see his rental agreement? Yeah, hold on. Thank you.
So we're like, bam, we know now. There's something written in that office with a government name assigned to Popcorn.
Oh, we were due for an easy one.
It's about time.
You know, at this point, we're about to wrap this up.
We're getting ready to find out who Popcorn really is.
Call him Popcorn.
We have nicknames coming out of the woodwork.
Do you know Drop a Sack's real name?
This is a situation where we got to decipher all these names, have them all make sense, because we understand it, but the jury's not going to understand it.
Do you know of a guy who lived here that goes by the name Popcorn?
That guy.
It's like we're chasing the Saturday morning cartoon.
Sack.
While working the murder of our victim, Kenny Winbush, we're chasing down a long laundry list of nicknames, including our prime suspect at this point, Popcorn.
I think I got it.
During our investigation, we uncover a police report where Popcorn is detailed having shot another individual.
We got a real name for Popcorn?
No. Just list the suspect as Popcorn.
And that same victim, he gave Popcorn's address in that police report.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
We speak with the apartment manager, Steve Sagar.
So, do you know of a guy who lived here that goes by the name Popcorn?
That guy, yeah.
Steve Sagar immediately goes back to this rickety file cabinet. He starts rifling through these manila folders, and he reaches in the back and lifts it out. And he said, here's Popcorn's file.
There you go.
This is huge. We got a file on our shooter. We're probably going to have his mama's name in here.
Joseph Broadus IV.
We're not used to this type of gifts in homicide. We actually, at this point, have our shooter's real name.
We got a face to go with the name.
Nice.
Steve Sagar not only had a photo of this guy's driver's license, but he had his social security card. So we got his social, we have his birthday. We already knew where he lived. We know his mom's name. We know everything about this guy.
Do you mind if we get a copy of all this?
Yeah, sure.
We're gonna have everything we need to get a warrant.
Here you go. Thank you so much.
This case is coming together exactly how we wanted it to. This does not get any better than this.
All right.
So with this information, we pulled Joseph Broader's photo that's on file with our department. We put it in a 6-pack lineup so we could show it to our eyewitness, Travis. He's the one that actually gave us the nickname Popcorn.
I got called away in another homicide business and I wasn't even able to go. So Quinn decided to take this rookie homicide detective with him.
Her name was Nancy Rogers. She'd only been in the unit with us less than a year. So I wanted to show this young lady the ropes and just give her an idea how fast you can solve a homicide. Detective Rogers jumps in the car with me and we head out to meet up with Travis Hall. I mean, he said he knew Popcorn for years, so he should be able to pick him right out of a lineup. So we go back to King Gardens with this rookie detective. Travis Hall is right outside of King Gardens, just like he was the day of the Kenny Winbush murder.
What's shaking, Trav? Nothing.
Travis Hall has body language that he's never met me before. I'm a complete stranger, and I was just here 24 hours ago working the murder of Kenny Winbush. He's giving me more than a cold shoulder. He's giving me the Himalayas.
You all right, man? I'm fine. Look, this is Detective Rogers. She's helping me out today.
It's nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm. All right, look, check this out, bro. I want you to take a look at this lineup I got going on, all right?
I'm about to show him this lineup containing a photograph of Popcorn, and he won't even look at the photographs presented.
I can't help you.
He just walks away from me. Now, I got this rookie with me. She's looking at me like, what just happened?
He'll come back around. We'll head back to the office.
I gotta play it cool. I can't make a scene out there. We're over at King Gardens in the middle of the afternoon. I gotta let this ride. I gotta let it marinate and figure out what just shook up Travis Hall. Why is he not playing now?
Hey. What I'm expecting when Quinn shows up is to tell me, yo, Travis pointed to him, Popcorn, gave some more detail, and I'm thinking, all right, let's go see a judge and get a warrant, but that's not what Quinn says.
How'd it go with Travis?
He didn't look at the lineup.
What? Why?
I don't know.
That's not good.
I'm floored. At this point, I am completely disappointed because I thought at this juncture, once this ID is made, we're getting a warrant, and now we just got to search for Popcorn and lock him up. What do we do next? How do we fix this?
You think Popcorn got to him?
No, anything is possible at this point.
Right now, Travis is shut down. We got to figure out why.
Yo, Travis was our star witness in this investigation, man.
He is the one that not only puts all the apples and oranges together in the rudimentary details, he has a relationship and knows our shooter.
The hell are we gonna do now?
We thought this case was closed.
Oh, we're due for an easy one.
Yeah, it's about time.
We now have a real name for Kenny Winbush's killer.
Okay.
We find out our prime suspect is a guy named Joseph Broadus IV.
All right, look, I want you to take a look at something, man. I got this photo lineup going on. Should have helped me out.
We throw a photograph of Joseph Broadus into a 6-pack lineup, take it to our key witness, and he's refusing to even look at the lineup.
I can't help you.
But we thought we had it made. This case was going so well. We were dead wrong.
He'll come back around. We'll head back to the office.
Sometimes in these matters, you gotta just sleep on it. And that's what I decided to do. So the next day, I get up, I head off to the job. I don't even go to the homicide office. I drive straight to ML King Gardens. I gotta holler at Travis one more time. I roll up in the apartment complex, and Travis comes over to my car.
What's up, Trav?
And I'm like, yo, bro, what happened yesterday?
You didn't bring that fare with you from yesterday?
Fare?
The woman.
And I'm like, oh, damn. That rookie detective, she used to be hell over in the narcotics unit. She was attached to some DEA task force. He may have had a run-in with it.
She murder police now. I'm just showing her the ropes. Bruh, I'm telling you the truth.
Sometimes little things like that can derail your investigation.
We straight now?
Yeah. Popcorn put out the word. There better not be any snitching.
He's gonna spray up ML King Gardens if anybody talks to the detectives from homicide.
Things just getting real tense around here.
We're sensitive to the fact that our witnesses have to live out there, and that's a legitimate concern.
Help me get this dude off these streets, man.
So I pull the lineup out again.
Take a look at this lineup, and you tell me which one's the shooter.
I show it to Travis Hall, and without hesitation, he goes right to position 3, which was Joseph Broadus IV, a.k.a. Popcorn.
That's Popcorn.
All right, appreciate it, man. Mind if I holler at you, boy?
So after me and Travis had, broke bread and we were back together as one, Travis's brother Danny rolls up.
What's going on, brother?
What's up, man?
All right, I'm gonna ask you a question, okay?
All right.
Take a look at this lineup, and you tell me which one is the shooter.
I had a second lineup already prepared where I had our shooter, Popcorn, in the number 4 spot.
That's the guy who shot Kenny.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
All right, man.
Now we got 2 witnesses that have identified our shooter, Popcorn.
Thank you, brother. Be safe out there.
All right, man.
All right.
On April 21st, 2005, only 3 days into the investigation, we secured an arrest warrant charging Joseph Broadus IV with murder. So we gave it to our fugitive unit to check out all the areas Popcorn was known to frequent.
About a week later, we received a call from one of the fugitive investigators. He told us he was north of the city, up in an apartment complex in Smyrna, and he had eyes on Broadus's car.
They conducted a felony stop and arrested Joseph Broadus without incident.
At that point, he was sent to homicide for questioning.
So now we have Joseph Broadus back in our office. We want to see if he's going to talk to us. So we make a plan that Quinn's going to go in, sit down with him. We don't want to crowd this guy.
Okay. What's going on, man?
How much?
I'm going to watch through a monitor, and Quinn goes in and starts to talk to this suspect.
I just got a few questions about a case that I'm working on.
Broadus agrees to speak with me without an attorney.
Do you recognize this guy right here?
Yeah, I know him. Okay, how do you know him? What's his name to you? Kenny? Kenny? Yeah.
Joseph Broadus right away established that he was friends with Kenny Winbush. He said he was shocked to hear he was even killed.
I didn't have anything to do with him getting murdered.
Do you have a nickname?
It's not Popcorn.
Nah, man.
But I'm sitting there trying not to laugh in his face because I see emblazoned on the right side of his neck the word Popcorn. He's got a tattoo stamped on his neck that says Popcorn.
I know Quinn's going to challenge him on this. I couldn't wait to hear what he said next.
What's that on your neck?
Philosophy.
What is that philosophy?
Paper over paper. It means paper over or pesos over.
He's got a look of admit nothing, deny everything. He was never going to bite. So I want him to keep talking.
You don't have a nickname?
Jay.
Suddenly, a new idea comes to life. I got to think back. That unidentified witness that met Officer Bryant on the crime scene.
She said the driver actually tried to ask her on a date earlier and gave her his number. Said his name was Juice Man.
Could Jay really mean Juice Man? I think this is connected. I got to tie him to that phone number some kind of way. That's my next hurdle in this interview.
What's your phone number, brother?
It's 404.
So I asked Joseph Broadus to give me all of his phone numbers he's had in the last couple of years. None of them matched that number that was given to Officer Bryant day one on our crime scene.
Hey, I'm telling you, I didn't kill Kenny, but I know who did. It's a guy named Drop a Sack.
I'm like, wow, we heard this from Wyatt Bell.
Is his name Drop a Sack?
Yep.
We got arrested Joseph Broadus, a.k.a. Popcorn, for the murder of Kenny Winbush.
We sit Joseph Broadus down for questioning, and we hit him with the facts, and all he does is deny.
Popcorn is not my nickname.
He won't even say his name is Popcorn, and it's tattooed on the right side of his neck.
I'm telling you, I didn't kill Kenny. It's a guy named Drop a Sack.
This isn't the first time this name has come up in our investigation. Our entire case could be at risk now.
Start from the beginning. Nice and slow.
It was 2 days before Kenny got shot.
According to Joseph Broadus, this guy Drop-a-Sack tried to kill both he and Kenny Winbush 2 days before Winbush's murder. Broadus claims that he and Kenny are hanging out together in his car.
You have to be careful around here.
What you mean?
These boys are after us.
I was under the impression that some kind of way he was scared because he was telling me, don't come over here no more. These boys gonna try to do something to you. They gonna try to do something to me.
Next thing I know, Drop-a-Sack showed up.
According to Joseph Broadus, the guy named Drop-a-Sack appeared from nowhere with a pump shotgun.
What the hell?
Kenny, go!
And he shot at you.
Yeah, my back window got blown out.
All right, so how'd you get away?
I dipped out.
Nobody was hurt in this gunfire, but Joseph Broadus said he punched out and got back on the interstate and got out of there. He didn't know where Kenny went.
Drop-a-Sack found Kenny later and killed him.
You telling me this who you heard, did it? Yeah, that's who I heard.
Drop-a-Sack.
Yeah.
You know his real name?
Nah.
Yo, man, I appreciate you, brother. All right? I'm gonna take some time and sort all this stuff out. Okay? All right.
We gotta figure out how Drop-a-Sack fits in here or if he's just totally out of our investigation.
So we had this interview with Joseph Broadus. We sent him over to the Fulton County Jail, but we have his car. And at some point, we're gonna process his car for other evidence.
So me and Ben decided to reach out to our little protege, Officer Brian.
Hey, guys.
He's the guy that's a terror out there on that beat on ML King. He knows almost everybody's nickname.
Yo, we need your help on Kenny's case, man. You heard of Drop-a-Sack?
Oh, yeah.
You know his real name?
D'Angelo Michaels.
Now we know Drop-a-Sack is a real person. We got a government name to go with it. We need to find where Drop-a-Sack, AKA D'Angelo Michaels, lives.
And he's a bad dude. I think he's on parole for robbery right now.
Hey, did you hear he shot up Popcorn's car?
Yeah, but the police weren't called or anything.
And that makes sense. We know right now Joseph Broadus is a G, a straight-up gangster. He handles his own business.
All right, thanks, man.
Have a good one, guys.
Yeah.
We believe Drop-a-Sack is probably good for shooting out the back window of Joseph Broadus's vehicle. But that was 2 days before our murder. One has nothing to do with the other. All we gotta do is ensure that Drop-a-Sack wasn't on our crime scene the day that Kenny Winbush died, and we're golden.
Let's see what we can find here.
All right.
Give me a second.
So we go back to the office and we run D'Angelo Michaels' information through the computer.
This is interesting.
What's up?
He's locked up.
Lo and behold, we find out that he's actually in jail for parole violation. But here's the kicker. He was actually arrested the morning of our homicide, the exact same day Kenny Winbush was killed.
All right, now this doesn't rule him out of killing Kenny, though.
Yeah, it's all about the timeline.
Did he kill our victim Kenny and then go check in with his PO? What's a better witness than your parole officer saying you were in their office that day? So we're a little shook. We gotta holler at his PO.
So we reach out to the parole officer. There's no answer. We leave a message with our number.
Give us a holler when you get a chance. Thank you.
All right, so what now?
Keep pushing the ball up the field, baby.
While we're waiting to hear back from the parole officer, we decide to execute a search warrant at Joseph Broadus' home. We're looking for any evidence that could tie him back to our homicide case. We didn't find a murder weapon, but we did find a framed photo of Joseph Broadus posing with a .38 caliber revolver.
We didn't know the caliber of weapon that caused the death of Kenny Winbush, but we believed it was a revolver, so we collected that photo as circumstantial evidence. As we continued searching, we found a bill addressed to Broadus. The phone number listed on it is the exact same number given to us by Officer Bryant.
That supposedly belonged to Juice Man. We also found business cards with the name Juice Man on it. It turns out that Joseph Broadus IV was a licensed electrician. This brother was working during the day and called himself Juice Man because he hooked people's electricity up.
This search warrant married these two names together. This is Joseph Broadus. He is Juice Man, and he's also Popcorn. We go back to the office. We're back on track now. We're feeling great about this.
That was good.
Yep. Yeah, you got Quinn. Okay. That's the PO.
We hook up a meeting with the parole officer.
She's on the way.
All right, let's meet her outside.
Right now, it's time to find out whether Drop-a-Sack.
I appreciate you coming in. All right. I just got a few questions about a case that I'm working on.
With Joseph Broadus, a.k.a. Popcorn, in custody, the Kenny Winbush murder investigation seems to be winding down. Now, we got all the evidence to suggest that Popcorn is the guy. We got one more loose end to clear up before we close this case for good.
You heard of Drop-a-Sack?
Oh, yeah.
Popcorn claims a man named Drop-a-Sack is the real killer, but it doesn't seem likely.
We know that Drop-a-Sack was arrested on the day of our homicide.
Yeah, you got Quinn. Okay. That's the PO.
We're about to sit down with his parole officer and find out if it was before or after the time of our murder.
She's on the way.
All right, let's meet her outside.
I mean, it's possible he could have killed our victim and immediately went to his parole officer to check in and got locked up because he was violating his parole.
We appreciate you coming out here to meet us.
I reviewed the file. Have a look.
So we sit down with Drop-a-Sack's parole officer. These are the people that have a tether on people that are supposed to be in prison.
D'Angelo Michaels, the man you refer to as Drop-a-Sack, came to my office and he was taken into custody immediately.
There's going to be a timestamp showing when he showed up. That's all about the record, so that's 100%.
It says he checked in at 10 a.m.?
Correct.
Our homicide happened around 11 in the morning, and we know Officer Bryant was the first one there because he even beat the 911 call.
That's an hour before our murder.
Yeah, it's impossible for him to be our shooter.
Can't be at two places at one time. We know for a fact Popcorn is our guy, and Drop-a-Sack, he's cleared off.
Thank you, Talia. We appreciate you.
No problem.
Joseph Broadus is absolutely lying. He is the killer.
Even though Drop-a-Sack's parole officer has effectively rinsed him out of our investigation, we still wanted to sit down, do an eye-to-eye, face-to-face with Drop-a-Sack. We wanted to get a statement from him just to confirm he wasn't on our crime scene.
We interviewed him, and he said that Kenny was his close friend and denied any involvement in his homicide. We knew he was alibied out and couldn't have done it. And we knew a jury would love that we took that extra step and not just rely on what the parole officer said.
We never discussed whether or not he shot at Popcorn's car because we're not concerned with that. At this point, we've cleaned this brother out of our homicide. That's Popcorn's problem.
Even though Joseph Broadus never confessed, we believe we know how and why the murder went down. It all started 2 days before the murder. Kenny and Popcorn were actually hanging out, sitting in the car. And out of nowhere, Drop-a-Sack shows up.
We don't know exactly what was going on between Drop-a-Sack and Popcorn. It may have been a garden variety robbery. Kenny, run! What we do know is Drop-a-Sack allowed Kenny to leave the car before he opens fire with a pump shotgun in the back window of Popcorn's car.
We're thinking at this point is that Popcorn thought that our victim, Kenny Winbush, set him up to be shot by Drop-a-Sack.
We believe that Popcorn comes back 2 days later.
I just started yesterday, so this might be
Yo, Kenny.
He's debriefing and questioning our victim, Kenny Winbush, if he was in fact the one that set him up to be robbed and shot at by Drop-a-Sack.
Man, what are you talking about?
I thought we were boys. Set me up.
And that's when Kenny tries to walk away. He's pulling on his shirt, and he shoots and kills our victim. Probably just out of rage. Our victim died for next to nothing. So about a year later, me and Vin have moved on to other cases. We're not even thinking about the Joseph Broadus homicide. We're waiting to go to trial for it.
Jimmy, you look worn out, man.
I am.
And I'm wondering, why is he still here? And he works the night shift. He said, I just worked the murder all day yesterday, and I'm beat up.
Yeah, who died?
Joseph Broadus.
I'm like, damn. I look over at Vince. Joseph Broadus is dead?
What? Let me see that, brother. Yep, that's him.
Joseph Broadus, he himself is a victim of a murder.
Says he was out on bond.
We can't understand why a judge let him out. We're just scratching our heads at this point.
He was shot in the head. Like a drug deal gone bad. How do you guys know him?
We arrested him for a murder last year.
Case closed.
The irony just can't be lost. We leave this case with 2 dead bodies and we started with 1. It's a little shocking.
I told him, keep breathing. Don't die.
The family and friends of Kenneth Wimbush, they wanted a day in court. They didn't get that justice.